So today we are discussing about system evaluation. If we classify this term system evaluation, then we have two terms, system and evaluation. System means input, output, boundaries, feedback, and the environment also, in which all these devices, input device, output device, feedback, domain, and etc., whatever is running in a system, that would be done in a particular environment. And what is evaluation? Evaluation means whatever the input given by a user into a system, and what is the required output, and what is the desired output, and what are the expected outputs. So these three types of output we have to evaluate on the basis of our input values. So let's see what is system evaluation. So according to the star life cycle model of Hicks and Hudson, evaluation is dependent variable on the current knowledge of science and methodological standards. Evaluation as an aid for software development, or we can say that system development, has been applied since the last decade, when the comprehension of the role of evaluation within human-computer interaction had changed. In one of the most influential models of iterative system design, where we can say iterative enhancement model. Some people says iterative enhancement model. So evaluation is a task which results or the outcomes in one or more reported outcomes. First is evaluation is an aid for planning. This planning is also known as system planning, and therefore the outcome is an evaluation of different possible actions. Here possible action means the input you have given in your system. Next is evaluation is goal oriented. This is very important point, that if we don't have any goal oriented evaluation, then why we are evaluating? So evaluation is goal oriented because we have to evaluate a result which is exactly, perfectly all right, all correct. So the primary goal is to check results of actions or interventions in order to improve the quality of the actions, or to choose the best action alternative. So these are the important activities of system evaluation. Here I want to point one important thing, that every topic in software engineering and in system or structured analysis and design, every topic is interrelated. It's just like in regression, that something going on the basis of some grounds, like cause and effect relationship. I'm just taking an instance. So here if we talking about requirements, then first of all we know about what type of requirements we have to evaluate or to develop something. So the requirement analysis is a very important activity. Further, what type of requirement analysis we want to do for a system? Functional requirement or non-functional requirements, or we can say that functional or black box, or non-functional or structural. So both type of requirement analysis is very important. Then another one is task analysis. Task analysis is nothing, is just want to say that whatever a task is performed by a programmer or developer or a tester or a testing team, that would be analyzed. Conceptual design. What is the conceptual design of a system? requirement specifications, and these specifications are mentioned in your SRS document also. Prototyping means draft, blueprint, and formal design. Here, in the center circle or an oval shape, it is written as implementation, where we can also write evaluation also. Why? Because we are evaluating requirement, task, design, specifications, prototyping, formal design, and implementation also. So this is the resulting data. If I am considering that after inputting some values or after inputting data into my system, the outcome comes in four types. Like number one is objective. So it depends upon the objective that whatever the outcome or what is the output is needed, that is according to my objective, that is according to my subjective, or whether the data comes from an input data that is quantitative or qualitative. So first is objective. Directly observable data, typically user behavior during the use of the interface or the application system. And subjective is opinions, where normally expressed by the user with respect to the usability of the interface or the application system. So in the subjective resulting data, the user is the most important entity, whereas quantitative is the numerical data and results. For example, user performance rating. If a user doing something in a system and whatever the performance given by a system, that would be rated by the user. Qualitative, non-numerical data, where list of problems, suggestions for modifications to improve the interaction design. So all these kind of qualitative data will be given by the user or a person who list out the problems or who want to give some suggestions for modifications, for alterations, for updations, and to improve the interaction design for ease of use. So these are the techniques of evaluation. Number one is descriptive evaluation techniques. In this, we have descriptive problems and we have to solve all these descriptive problems with the help of descriptive evaluation techniques. As many authors and researchers have given different perspectives on these techniques, but on the ground level, the ground reality behind this technique is you have to use a research problem, and that particular research problem will be resolved by the descriptive evaluation technique. So it depends upon the study, whatever you want to do, or it depends upon the research design, that what type of data you have. After that, usability testing. Testing we all know about to detect the defects, to detect the errors, to find out the errors or bugs. After that, opinion based evaluation methods. A person give suggestion or an advice or an opinion for a particular evaluation, for a particular result. So on the basis of that particular opinion, we have to change the input values and we will calculate or compare the results from the existing study to the previous study. Last but not the least, behavior based evaluation techniques. These techniques are also used in research. As we all know about, these all techniques are helpful in research, but these are also important for testing. These are also very important for testing criteria and different levels of testing. Why? Because we are discussing evaluation. Evaluation means the result. the result we are evaluating. So this is in short, and we'll discuss about evaluation. And I am very thankful to the paper which is given